Hey guys, today is an exciting day. We are going to go through our seed haul for 2025 and we are going to get our seeds organized. It is very quickly coming upon the time for seed starting. And so I have a way of organizing my seeds. I'm going to share that with you. And then I'm going to also share with you my garden plan for 2025. It's about probably 70%, 75% finished. So you'll at least get a pretty good idea of what it is going to look like. So first, let us start with the new seeds. I actually still have seeds coming. The dogs are in here with me, so pardon them if they are all over the place. um, like I said, I still have some seeds coming. I did an order from Johnny Seed and one from, I can't remember the Hudson something? I can't remember. Anyway, they're coming. It's only a few seeds each with them. So I have most of what I ordered. So I actually ordered from a couple of different places this year than my normal. I did get Baker Creek and Am I Gardener. In fact, actually, let's start with those. This is Am I Gardener. And I actually got a little seed haul in the fall when they did a big sale. And I already shared that on my channel if you want to go back and watch that. But here are the seeds that I got this one. Hi, Madeline. You're going to be super helpful, huh? Okay. So me and pumpkins, boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's a little ridiculous. So first, I just got some more of this striped zucchini that I grew last year and really liked and didn't have any more left. And then pumpkins, lots and lots of pumpkins. Baby Boo pumpkin. I have yet to have success. No, that's not true. Actually, I did have little white pumpkins this year, but the mice ate them before I could pick them. So I'm going to try putting this in a bed this year instead of in the ground. And then this Valenciano pumpkin, I did this last year as well, and it was fantastic. I got three. I got three Valenciano pumpkins. They were really good size. I haven't actually cut them open yet. Maybe we will do that here shortly. A new pumpkin to me is the Long Island cheese. And I just like the color. And it's supposed to be a really good eating. Yeah, most sought after culinary variety for its rich, sweet flesh. So I just think it looks cool. And then another one that I just thought looked cool is this Jarhadale pumpkin. And it's kind of a grayish blue pumpkin. It'll produce 4 to 6 medium-sized pumpkins. The flesh is deep orange and very thick. Carving is not the best purpose for this. And then these little Jack Little pumpkins. So actually, this is the one I've never had luck getting pumpkins off of. These little teeny tiny orange pumpkins. And then I have a couple of onion package and an Ace LaCraig. Both of these are supposed to be like the red onions often don't store very well, and this is supposed to store up to 5 months. And the Ace LaCraig are just really big, and they were my big onions this last year, so I wanted to grow those again. And then I just needed some more Genovese basil, and I got some St. John's wort. I will talk a little bit more about these kinds of herbs in a minute. And then Am I Gardener always sends out a complimentary package of seeds, and this is just a salad bowl mix. All right, so that is Am I Gardener. I did not get as many from them this year as, well, I guess if I include, because I think I got 25. with their sale. So I did get a lot from them. All right. I'm trying to keep these. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be taking them all apart. Let's see. Is this Baker Creek? Yes, this is Baker Creek. And we got from them. So I should say, if you're not familiar with M.I. Gardener, they their seeds are very inexpensive. Are they? Oh, it doesn't say on here. I want to say they're like $2 a pack. And, you know, they put a good amount of seeds in each of these. Like this has 500 seeds in it. So it's just they really keep their seeds inexpensive. I've always had fantastic luck with them. You're not going to find kind of more exotic type things with them. Although every year, this will be the third year that I've ordered from them, they are getting more and more stock in of different kinds of things. So like the pumpkins, they didn't used to have the Jahardal or the Long Island cheese. I don't think they had that. So they are getting better and better, which is awesome. Baker Creek, on the other hand, tends to be on a little spendier side. But from them, they do a lot of, so their website is actually called rareseed.com, rareseed.com. And they just have lots of really cool flowers and vegetables and yeah. Anyway, so the first one is this chocolate cherry sunflower. I got these last year and they were just stunning. Stunning. So I definitely wanted to get them again. I'm pretty sure that I saved seed heads from this. But it's just in a bag of, I just put all of my sunflower heads that I saved in a bag and I don't know which is which. So I wanted to make sure that I definitely had some of these. And then I got some onions from them. This is a rare Italian variety. Large golden onions. Late onion makes an excellent keeper. So, and then I got a couple, well, actually, here, I got this little gem lettuce. Oh, no, I didn't get this. I got a free gift of little gem lettuce, which I think will be fun. It's kind of cool looking. Very small apple green romaine type heads. Excellent flavor, superb heat tolerance. Cool. Not sad about that. And then the rest are flowers from them. So I got this. I have this feeling that I might have ordered these twice. No, I don't think so. I think it's just because I already looked at it. Oh, I did. That's all. I've already looked at these because I wanted to get most of the My Garden plant in before I did this video. So that's why they sound so familiar. Anyway, I got two different kinds of cosmos. I love cosmos. And this one is rubensa. Very compact plants, only reaching about 2 feet, which I like. Cosmos can get humongous. So I really like that, and just the color is so pretty. And then this rubinato is also a dwarf cosmo. So excited for those guys. And then I got more of this Superbissima petunia, Cerny's Triumph. They're just, these petunias are just stunning. They're glorious. I had major issues with mice eating them last year. They absolutely loved these plants. They had come up beautifully. I mean, they were gorgeous. These, my little seedlings, and they were actually fairly good sized. I had already up potted them. And then the mice ate all but one of them. I was so upset. So hopefully that's not going to be an issue this year. I am hopefully going to convince one of our stray cats to make its home in my potting shed and take care of the mouse problem. And then I just love gomphrena. So I got these 2 gompphrenas, which is kind of cool. And that is Baker Creek. Okay, and then the other one that I ordered from. These are my two new. So let's first do Southern Seed. And I can't really remember why I went here. I went here because they had something really specific. It's probably the vervain. Okay, well, let's just open them up. So these don't have pictures. They are just in little plastic bags with the description on them. So they're not all that exciting to look at, but I will try and put pictures up on the screen when I get this edited. All right, so I got some Gold Rush beans, and I think it was just because they're yellow. I don't remember why I chose those. And I got some more onions, Spanish yellow, which I think is supposed to be a good keeper. Yeah, this doesn't have that information on here. And then I got a multicolor bean mix. I don't know why. And I got some corn. And I believe that this corn, it's called Peaches and Cream. And I believe that it's a yellow-white, so it has yellow and white kernels on it. And that it's a early season corn because we just don't really have a great season for corn here. And then I got some baby's breath seeds because I absolutely loved my baby's breath last year. And I'm pretty sure I used all my seeds. Some leek seeds, American flag. I'm going to try those. I believe that I have leek seeds still from last year. Oh my goodness, these seeds are tiny. So this is lobelia. And I don't know if you can see how tiny these seeds are. They are teeny tiny. And this is an ornamental lobelia. And then I think I got a couple of, oh look, I got two St. John's worts. Oh wow. So I just got it's called a Sparky marigold. I love marigolds. And they are a great companion plant because they're kind of stinky. They're not the best smelling flower on the planet, and it keeps a lot of pests away. All right. Let me see. And then I got a couple of carnations. I got a grenadine rose. I don't know what that word is until listen to antisilent carnation and grenadine white, because I also loved my carnations this last year, and I also have what I grew. I still have seed from that last year, so I will grow those again, which I think were called La France. And I just needed some thyme seed, so I got some of that. And then I got some interesting stuff. So this is one of the reasons I ordered from Southern Sea. I have a friend who does natural products. So like hand salves and things for cuts and body lotions and all of that kind of stuff. She also does tinctures for health things. And while I would love to do those, I just don't have the time to put into the study that is required to actually do them correctly. And so she does that, but she is not good at growing things. So we have come up with a little bit of a partnership where I am going to grow a bunch of the herbs that she uses and has to purchase right now for her stuff. And I will get product from her. Editing Karina, stepping in here for just a second. As I was editing this video, I realized I didn't actually say the name of my friend's company. It is an actual company. She's got a website. You can order from her. She will ship to you. Her company is called Hope Holistic Healing. I will put her website on the screen here and also in the description box for this video. So definitely go check her out. So, and in fact, I've already used some of her products. She's got this amazing Dell. I'm allergic to hay, which is a terrible thing when you have horses. to be allergic to hay, but I am. And like, if it just barely brushes my skin, I get terrible hives. And the salve that she gave me for it, it's a gel. It's so amazing. And it smells good and it's not sticky and it works immediately. Love that stuff. Anyway, so that is why I got some of these things from here. The first one is Vervain Blue, which is it's also called verbena, I believe. I'll have to double check that, but it's not an ornamental verbena. It's not the one with the little flower heads that have multiple flowers on them that you see in like hanging baskets. I love those as well, but that's not what these are. This is a medicinal herb and it is on a tall stalk. The flower is. And so that's one of them for her. And then Edelweiss. This is actually, she did not request this one, but I didn't know that, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't think I could grow Edelweiss, but it looks so pretty. It's got these kind of fuzzy leaves and really beautiful white flowers. So I got that and it actually is medicinal too, which is kind of cool. And then passion flower is another one that she wanted me to get. And then I just got a couple of fun ones because they had them and I was like, why not? I seem to recall that Southern Seed wasn't terribly expensive. Yeah, they don't have their prices on here either. I got cranberries. And then I got 3 kinds of elderberries. American black, blue, and red. And these have quite the sewing instructions. Soak in 175-degree water, specifically 175-degree water for 10 minutes, followed by 24 hours in room temperature water. For outdoor planting, sow 2 to 3 seeds a quarter-inch deep in the fall. For indoor planting, warm stratify, which I need to look that up and I know what it is, for 60 days, then cold stratify for 60 days. So these probably... I'm not going to see much from them this year, but I just thought it would be fun to get those started. And I know I can get cuttings and they'll grow very quickly. And I may try to do that, but I just thought it'd be fun to try. And then the cranberries also, they need a cold stratify for 90 days. So again, I'm not sure how much I'm actually going to get out of these. But those are all my ones from Southern Seed. And then the last one that I ordered from is Mountain Rose Herbs. And this was purely for these medicinal herbs. And in fact, the funny thing is, my friend buys her, like the herbs that she uses, she buys most of them from Mountain Rose Herb. These also do not have pictures on them, but we have California Poppy. We have Feverfew, Comfrey, Lobelia, which is not an ornamental lobelia. It is a medicinal one, and it also has like a stalk-like flower instead of, the tiny little ones, blue ones that you, again, see in hanging baskets a lot. Skullcap, Malign, I'm not sure how to say that. You know how to say that? I think it's mullein. And Tulsi, which is actually just basil, I believe, a kind of basil. But it's a specific kind of basil. So those are the ones I got from from Mountain Rose Herbs. And hers are a little on the pricier side, but that's because she's got all of these, they're specifically for medicinal herbs. She has way more than what's here on her site. These were the ones that my friend specifically said would be the most useful to her. So those are the ones I got. She actually had a couple others on her list that grow in the swamps of Southeast Asia. I was like, yeah, that's not going to grow well here. Okay. So that is our seed haul for the year. Let us now get our seeds organized. So what I need to do now is figure out let me talk a little bit about my seed storage here. I did just do a video on this and explained it a little bit, but I'll just go over it really briefly. So I use these picture box holders. So they come in a box like this, and then inside they have these little separate boxes for photographs, and they are amazing for organizing seeds. And I really probably need to get more. But this one has all of my seeds by name in it, as you can see. So, and then this box here is my dates box. And you can still see here, these are my dates from last year. And what I do is I go through all my seeds, pick out every one that I want to grow, and then I count back from my last frost date, which the almanac says is May 15th, but everybody around here says don't plant anything that's frost tender until after Memorial Day. So I will count back from the end of May for most things. My cool weather crops, I won't. I will do my last frost date, but my like tomatoes and peppers and all of that kind of stuff, I will do based on June 1st, basically. So now I'm going to pick all my seeds out and I'm going to organize them. You know, tomatoes need, well, what do they need? How much tomatoes need? 6 to 8 weeks. So I will put everything, all the seeds that need to be planted 6 to 8 weeks before my last frost date in one pile and put them in a box with that date on it. So that is next, figuring out what seeds I'm going to plant. I'm going to have to make some hard decisions. I have way too many seeds. I'm trying to think if I want to put all of these away first and then go through the boxes. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to put all of these seeds into these named boxes, and then we'll go through each one and pick what we're going to grow. And I'm just sitting on the floor in my office. I don't know why. All right, let's do onions here. So get some leeks. And onions. There we go. And then I add onions to them. And onions so them. My flowers, I'm just going to, because those are very full, so I'm just going to put them aside here. And this. Now, let's just start pulling out what we're going to plant. Well, first, let's pull out what I have. So these are from last year. I still had some of those. Leeks. Red onions. Newberg. Red. Onions. And shallots. Okay. I do not need this many onions. The shallots I definitely want to do, and the leeks I definitely want to do. These did really well for me when I did them 2 years ago. I don't think you have very many of these. Oh, God. Full. So I might as well plant them and just get them used up. So I want to do the Ace of the Craig. Definitely not doing Walla Wallas. So the ruby red, which I have a lot of, but these I don't have very many. So I could just plant them, and I'm going to regret this when, oh, this has a lot in it. I think I'm gonna, okay. That's a lot of onions. I don't think either of these were whole beans. I'm going to have to look up. Pretty sure that these were both bush beans. Our bronzo beans are bush beans. These are whole beans. Oh, this is the yellow bean I did last year that I really liked a lot. I definitely want to do more of those. And more yellow beans. These, I believe, are from 2023. So I should probably use these. And yeah, that's what we will. Definitely want to try this again. I had terrible luck with all of my, well, not my cabbage. I had great luck with cabbage, but my broccoli, oh, it was just terrible. Terrible. Exceptional heat tolerance. All right, let's try that. And this would be why my garden plan is not done, because I didn't actually know exactly everything I would want to plant. I have way, way too many things here that I want to plant. I haven't even done the flowers yet. But I'm going to get these organized into date first, and then I will add the flowers to them. So I'm going to make a little sticker here. And we will do... Oh, Madeline, not helpful, not helpful. No, no, no. Thank you. What do you have in your mouth? Can I have that, please? Thank you. Okay. We are going to do 12 weeks. And 2 weeks after. Beans, I believe, are... It's interesting. They say that you can start them indoors, but typically beans don't do great. Yeah, this one says recommended to sow outside. So these will be in ground. All right, onions are all the same. They are 8 to 10. So now I have to make a decision if I do the high end of the list or the low end. If I do the high end, it means I'm going to have to transplant more often. Like I'm gonna have to up pot. I'm gonna do the onions at 8 weeks. Oh, these are gonna be in ground. Celery is 8 to 12. Last year my celery got way too big. Like way too big, and then it completely died back when I transplanted it. But the year before, it not only took forever to come up, to germinate, but it grew much, much slower. Let's do, this is said 12, right? Yeah, let's do 10. Split it down the middle. Tomatoes and peppers are all 8 to 10. We're going to do them at 8 weeks. Oh, that's going to be a... Pumpkins are like 2 weeks. Yes. All right, and then we have all of our flowers. Okay, marigolds 4 to 6. The blue carpet lobelia is supposed to be stratified for 60 days, cold stratified. So what cold stratify means is that it needs to be, typically you wrap it in like a damp paper towel and put it in your refrigerator. Bujo, don't help. And this says that it needs that. I have never cold stratified my lobelia, and it's always done just fine. So I don't think I'm going to. So we're just going to put this at... Okay, hi, my lines. Yeah, you're kind of in the way. 8 weeks. So many sunflowers. All right, I actually have 2 boxes of flowers here. Oh, and I haven't done any of my herbs yet either. Oh, dear. Madeline is being super helpful. Oh my goodness. We are going to have some crazy times. All right, now we need to figure out what these dates are. So I need to go get a calendar. I'll be right back. Now I have to decide which ones I'm doing from which dates. Most of the things, so I think the only things that I'm going to do for the May 15th date, actually I should look that up and just double check to see that it hasn't changed. But the May 15th date are like my cool weather crops. So celery, onions, my brassicas. You know what's crazy that is a cool weather crop, which I never would have expected, is my carnations. They were still going strong, like well after our last frost. So I might put the carnations in that list as well. Why don't I pull those out right now and give them a different date? Yep, Almanac still says May 15th. Even though the last 2 years, we've had frosts at the end of June, which is lots of fun. Okay, so back to calendar. I'm just getting so distracted. Okay, I want to do these all based on weekends because that's typically when I plant. So I don't want them to just be random days, and the 15th is on Thursday this year. So I will go off the 17th. So 6 weeks back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. April 5th. So those are my cool weather. The onion seems really late, March 22nd. But they were not in good shape. Again, like the celery, they had gotten way too big. When did I start planting last year? I started February 14th. That was probably just my celery. So February 21st probably would have been my celery or my onions. So almost a month later. How do I feel about that? I don't know. And that's the high end. That's the 10 weeks, not the 8. So, okay, I'm gonna go with it. I always overestimate and then my plants all get too big. So I'm really gonna try hard this year not to do that. Oh, sadly though, I thought that it meant we were much closer to planting season than we are. So everything else I'm going to base off of a plant out date of the 31st of May, which happens to be a Saturday. It's perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 weeks is March 22nd. So 8 weeks. So it's very large stack at 8 weeks. 22nd, 29th, April 5th. Now I wonder if any of these will match the dates that I already have written on some of these. Probably not. Don't have any. I have a May 3. I'm going to see if I can I'm just going to mark these off. And we will do March 8th. Today on March 6th, so we will just do March 8th. That's going to be our first planting date. That's exciting. Okay. And then April 5. Actually, I kind of want to show you guys. This is my pepper and tomato pile. I do not have room for all of these, but for peppers, Keystone Giant, because they just do excellent here. Definitely want to do paprikas again. This is, I don't really like their seeds, and they're supposedly the goat horn. Actually, well, I mean, I saved goat horn pepper seeds from this year, so those are the ones I'm going to actually plant. These guys were pretty cool. It was one of my free things from Baker Creek last year. They were super prolific. Super prolific. Definitely want serranos. Definitely want cayennes. These are all just different kinds of cayenne. Actually, I have another one. I got this cool orange cayenne. I'm gonna try. Oh, and also, right, this one. It's kind of a cayenne. And then banana peppers, Hungarian sweet wax, ancho grande, peppercini, sugar rush peach, early jalapeno, chili de arbol, Tabasco, habanero. Actually, I am rethinking the Hungarian sweet wax. I don't know. Well, I'm going to put it in the pile. So how many is that? 1, 2, 12, 13, 14, 15 pepper plants, different types of peppers. 15. Okay. And then definitely doing tomatillos. And then for tomatoes, I'm going to do my Tiny Tims again. They're nice little compact plants. I'll put those in my green stock. And then I have some Italian Aroma, which are bush tomatoes. These are actually older seeds, so I'm not sure how well they'll do. Absolutely must do my Juliet. Just make sure I actually have seeds in here. Sun Gold were delicious. This Ace 55 is like my go-to canning tomato. It's fantastic. And then, oh, and this is another paste tomato in CRD paste. And then I have 4 gold tomatoes. I also don't have room for all of those, but we're gonna try it and see. It's odd that I don't seem to have nearly as many seeds this year. It feels like I have way more seeds than I need. I do have a lot of herbs. These are all culinary herbs. Definitely basil and thyme. Lemongrass. That needs, oh, just 4 weeks. Okay. I have never had luck with cumin. Now, I do have a whole lot of parsley, and parsley is a biennial. 2 years ago, I'd planted it in my garden, and we had a very cold winter. Very cold. -24, I believe, was the lowest we got, but we had a couple of weeks that we were in the negatives for our low temperatures and barely above negative for our highs. And all of those parsley plants actually grew back. So I left, like the celery, I left all of my parsley plants in the ground. I just cut their tops off, and I'm going to see if they come back. However, because they're a biennial, what that means, this so onions or alliums in general do this as well, is the first year they grow and they get a nice good root system and they just pretty much grow leaves. The second year they really want to go to seed. That's the whole purpose, is to go to seed to reseed themselves for the following year. So I probably won't get a ton of product off of them because this would be their second year. So I still will start some new plants as well. Lots of cilantro that will go directly in the ground. I'm hoping that my feverfew comes back. It does. This says it is perennial to zone 5. So, and we are zone 5B, which is the warmer of the zone 5s. Oh, I was hoping that my anise hyssop would come back, but it's a zone 6. So probably will not, which means I need to grow it again. My chamomile should self-seed, but I am still going to plant some. All right, I believe I have everything all put out now. I did also look up all of these herb seeds that I have never planted before to make sure that they are not considered an invasive species in Idaho. That is something you should always do if you are planting, especially something that is perennial or self-seeding. You always want to look that up and make sure that that is not going to be an issue. And none of them are. Some of them are considered difficult to control because they are perennial. I think it was comfrey that is that way. So it's a good idea, like mint, to plant it in a pot. And the reason that I did this is because of why I looked them up. Because last year I really wanted to grow woad. And woad is an invasive species here that they have eradicated, at least in my area. And so it would have been really bad if I had grown it. I mean, granted, I could be careful not to let it go to seed, but it's just not worth it. So I don't want to do that. I still don't have nearly as many seeds as I had last year. That's kind of weird. I mean, I have almost this entire half is not full, and last year it was. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Well, anyway, all of these guys that need cold stratification, some of them need it for like 60 days. So I actually think I'm going to winter sow them, which is basically you plant them right now and you stick them outside, and then in the spring they will just come up automatically, and they've done their cold stratification because it's really cold here right now and all winter. Yeah, because like the elderberry, I can just do the soak and then I can plant them outside in the fall. That means I get to plant something too. That's exciting. So we will get that done here in the next week or so, I think. If you're interested, let me know and I can film it. But there's lots of people who do winter sowing. I actually never have, so this will be a new thing for me. All right, now that that is all done, let's look at my garden plan.